brought in a professor with Clemson University, and I have to brag, he's on my committee for my PhD, or will be, I guess, in a couple of weeks officially. And Felipe has become quite a rock star in sports tourism in the last, really this year. So Felipe is going to talk a little bit when I bring him up here about a documentary that he did that launched him into international stardom and is the brainchild from having a brainchild from him to start our film series. So we're going to bring up Dr. Felipe Tobar, Clemson University professor, and I coin him the rock star of sports tourism. This is a somewhat new format. If you've been to our signature series, we've done similar formats, but we've never really taken it down to more of a semi-intimate coffee talk, fireside chat. Dr. Felipe Tobar, Rockstar Sports Tourism. I definitely want you to talk a little bit about your documentary, and then we'll lead from there. We'll later get into FIFA.
Cool. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, James. Good to see familiar faces again. Kind of feel at home here in DeKalb. Also very excited to see the fruits of my documentary into the new ideas that we're putting.
And that is very true. I mean, he was teaching a class of, I guess, sports tourism. No, intro to tourism, something like that.
They're studying the discipline of tourism.
The discipline of tourism, so I must not have understood it. But we had to watch his documentary for class. He forced us. And it literally, I wasn't even halfway through where I think I probably that time and that night called Craig Miller with an idea for us to do.
Yeah, no, and I was inspired by others as well. So it's like a chain of positive effects, and this is great. But basically, my documentary covers how two European clubs, one of them very popular, Real Madrid, that actually came to the US to play the Club World Cup in July, and FC St. Pauli from Germany, the city of Hamburg, how they talk or not talk about their past related to authoritarian regimes. The case of Real Madrid is Spanish Civil War period and Franco regime, and in Germany, Hitler's Nazi regime. And we uncovered the reasons why they promote and don't promote. Real Madrid do not like to talk about the past, not to harm their commercial brands, their commercial interests around the globe. Try to be an apolitical club, which is not the case in São Paulo, which brings the Nazi past into life to remember and make sure that authoritarian regimes never happen again in Germany. So it was not just about soccer, it was about how society operates and how we as human beings sometimes are in favor of authoritarian regimes and sometimes are resistant to them. So that was the story of the documentary. We presented in 4 different countries, Colombia, Chile, and Brazil. And we are going to Italy, to the Paladino d'Oro, which is the oldest sports festival in the world, for the 5th edition in December. And I think your documentary should be applying to that.
We definitely like to do that.
Yeah, you have to.
But the other part exciting is we have our own, as we talked about the Cap Talks Tourism, but Felipe has his own football show called
Football Studies.
Football Studies. I should better remember that. And we did a joint podcast probably about a month ago, and it just aired
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
So some of that was because his show is pure football. Our show is not. We were not able to get credentialed for FIFA World Cup because we don't exclusively do football. We're tying in together with his football show to look at getting us credentialed during FIFA World Cup. But it was just a great opportunity because his channel and his viewers are much different than ours. So it was a great opportunity to combine the two with this series. But then also you have a special position now in journals.
Yeah, I just recently been appointed as associate editor of the Journal of Sport and Tourism, which is the leading journal in this field, which has been very honored. And I also co-founded the Football Tourism Institute. It's going to be launching the next month. We are partnering with leagues, clubs, destination market organizations to help them uh, create new products, new service, new experience, all related to football tourism, not just in the West but globally. So we're very excited. We have some partners in Europe, in the US, in South America. So we are also offering consultancy in this area now.
Well, and one of the things, Felipe was part of our sports tourism panel probably about this time last year. And we also had Kiki, who now is the director of the sports program, sports management, University of Florida. And from lunch, I experienced what my staff experiences, but I experienced it for the first time is I left to take a call to tell the CEO I wasn't going to be able to make a meeting. By the time I walked back, they'd already formed the DeKalb Global Sports Advisory Board. So I do that to my staff a lot. They leave the room for 5 seconds and I've got a new idea, but I haven't had it happen to me. But we're very excited to have this committee because this committee has been active in the very beginning, but it's going to be extremely active going forward for the next year to give us activations and opportunities to get cab businesses, DeKalb hotels, DeKalb restaurants, DeKalb anything involved with the World Cup. But with that, this committee brings such a wealth of experience. Like I've been invited now, I'm going to come up in 2 weeks to speak to Dr. Tobar's sports class. Sports tourism class. And we're going to be doing a presentation on FIFA marketing that we do here in DeKalb. And we have some special programs we do. We'll talk about that, in a few minutes. But then I'm going to be talking to Dr. Kiki, will bring me down to University of Florida, and we're going to be doing a panel about sports tourism and marketing. And of course, the topic from me will be all about DeKalb. And then they're also having a National Sports Day on Monday before the panel on Tuesday, where we're going to be out talking about DeKalb, sports, World Cup at the University of Florida's National Sports Meeting. So that, I think, is where you really became what I call the rock star, because documentary led you into doing a world or an international tour.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, travel all around Europe for about 3 months, West Europe. But this documentary has been produced since 2021. But we finished in 2024, and this past summer I traveled the world again to now premiere the documentary in different countries, which has been a blessing. So, and opened several doors to meet new people, to do other partnerships, and some of those partnerships we can talk about that in the next couple minutes. We are going to bring 2 events to DeKalb during the World Cup, which is based on those relationships.
Go ahead. I mean, he has brought such a new concept to be able to market DeKalb internationally, but also domestically, but also getting into different cultural, human realms. So go ahead and talk about the first one. The thing that makes it also so cool for us is Felipe has the knowledge and experience of Latin America and Europe and can bring these different components here. So tell us a bit about the international movie event.
Yeah, so because I presented my documentary in Colombia in a Tercer Tiempo Festival, which is a global festival for football-related movies, I got together with the directors, and they really wanted to do something for the World Cup. I said, I think we can do something in DeKalb, in Atlanta. And we have established a committee, and James is also part of that. We're doing a 3 Nations football festival or soccer festival. And it's going to be a 2-day full program event here in DeKalb. We're going to showcase we still have to decide the number of movies and the type of movies we're gonna showcase here. And you can tell them where it's gonna be because I don't remember.
So right now we're planning on, now that we have the dates, so it's in between Thursdays FIFA, Friday, Saturdays FIFA, because we're not actually able to call this a FIFA event, but we put it in between the two games. But we're looking at having it at Movie Tavern in Tucker due to it was recently renovated. It's got food. It's in the heart of a lot of restaurants, easy off of 285, and hotels are right there, and it's a great place that we can call our home and not a theater that's really based in Atlanta in DeKalb. So we tried to go there. So Movie Tavern is the plan.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna be a 2-day food program. We're gonna also bring the participants to see the cuisine in the Blue Fort Highway. We're gonna part with restaurants. We're gonna also see the stadium, the raise
We're going to tour Silverback Stadium.
back stadium,
And
exactly.
Yeah, try to showcase Beaufort Highway and other
Yeah.
international cuisine. Based on, because the films are all over Latin America, Africa, South America, Europe.
Europe, yeah, and Asia as well. It's all about a combination of movies about former players, about fans traveling to see their teams, stories of women trying to play soccer, indigenous people also. It's a huge mix of diversity is core element of these movies. And we are partnering with 2 cities abroad, one in Montreal, Quebec, and also in Ciudad de Mexico, in Mexico City, in Mexico. So it's a 3 nations event. We're gonna do kind of the same programs there. DeKalb and the other 2 destination marketing organizations are gonna also partner. They're gonna be gonna work together to co-promote their destinations. So we are doing that in between games during the World Cup, and we wanted to bring as many as sport tourists that we can. Of course, that will also generate local business, positive economic impact. So we're very happy with this idea.
Well, I think one of the parts I want to reiterate is an international event, 3 locations in North America, Montreal, DeKalb County, USA, and then Mexico City or Guatemala.
Guadalajara, maybe.
Guadalajara, sorry. So this to me is very important because is the 3 places in North America is with us and is bringing people and cultures together. Now, we've got another great activity that we're going to be doing right afterwards, and that one is so new. I fully don't understand it. I'll know more in 2 weeks when I go up to Clemson. But tell us about the other activation.
Yeah, the other activation is based on my networking in Germany. We partner with 4 German football clubs. One of them, the biggest German football club in the world, Bayern Munich. Also, FC St. Pauli, that was featured in the documentary. Werder Bremen, well, won European Cups in the past. And Eintracht Frankfurt. Every American, when get a flight to Europe, lands in Frankfurt Airport. So we're having that team. And also, we part of an NGO called What Matters. These 4 clubs and these NGO in particular leaders in remembrance work. So what we're bringing to CAB is a 2-week exhibition on anti-Semitism and anti-discrimination, in which we'll be highlighting the history of some former Jewish club members of all these 4 clubs that were persecuted by the Nazi regime. And we're gonna make parallels between the past and the present, and we will thank you. And we will having educational workshops as well. So it'll be open for high schools, for adults. There will be 2-week event, and we are also applying for a grant with the International Holocaust Remembering Alliance to have an online and permanent exhibition funded. So we'll have that for eternity. And the 4
So
clubs.
that particular one is going to be a online.
Yeah, but they will make the in-person exhibition they're going to make in the cab in a 3D format. And then clubs and all the partners will be kind of promoting this online after the event.
So we have
And
a
there's-
legacy from this
Yeah.
2-week event
Yeah, we do.
for eternity.
Yeah, you do. And the cab will be there as one of the
When we're talking about, besides having the educational series is college, And then we might be looking at having an opening celebration for this event. We're right now trying to finalize the location, which we think we've found now. So this is going to be 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We think it's gonna be from July 1st or July 2nd until July 14th, which is like 2 days after the semifinal in Atlanta. So there will be 2 games in between, or in the middle of our 2-week exhibition.
And the other great thing about this is it is literally bringing those clubs from Germany to experience DeKalb for us to have their culture here, but us showcasing DeKalb Metro Atlanta through this event.
Yeah, they're gonna be here. The FC Bayern Munich already confirmed yesterday. They're gonna come with staff here, part of the educational workshops. The other clubs also share interest to come. So there are opportunities to partner with those clubs and of course highlight what the CAB is about and showcase to at least Germany and other European countries that will be looking to the project.
Well, we don't normally say this, especially from the CVB world, or from us, but this is an opportunity for you to partner because we're literally doing a match from the CVB to this one charity. But we're going to be out looking to raise other funds or in-kind support for the movie and for the 2-week activation. So it's an opportunity for your hotel, your restaurants, your attractions, whatever, to get involved with World Cup from a different exposure than just a watch party. Now, we're very excited about watch parties. Already we know that the city of Decatur is the first one that jumped out, and I think we have a table, can't see, but there's a table of Decatur. So we're very excited. They're going to have they've announced the first watch party that I believe is going to be like several weeks event. And now the mayor here of Chambly is they're going to be having a watch party in downtown Chambly, Assembly in Thorville is going to be having at least one watch party with Telemundo and at Pringle, as they call it, the theater they're building. And we're looking for other cities that would want to jump up and do watch parties. And we have information on our site to do that. But then we're also looking at other events that we can package and put on our calendar events, our Sports DeKalb website, the Cab United sports website. So this is your opportunity through the world, looking at Atlanta, looking at the United States. Let's take all the politics out of this. Still, the world is looking at Atlanta, and we want the world to know that DeKalb County exists and that we're here and we are the international corridor. We are the international hub, the international culture, and we have great sports that's done here, great attractions, and a lot of the major high-level people will be flying in to Peachtree DeKalb Airport, PDK, in the city of Chambly, in DeKalb County, and they'll get here and probably won't even know they're here. So we are trying to work on opportunities to let people know that DeKalb County exists.
Yeah, very important. And during the World Cup, there is an estimation by Metro Atlanta Chamber of around 75% of spectators watching the game in Mercedes-Benz coming out of the state of Georgia, either from other parts of the U.S. or international. So we're talking about 225,000 fans from out of state. They'll be in hotels, they'll be retail, lodging, food, everything. They're going to be consuming local business. It's an opportunity to capitalize out of this opportunity. But many of them will stay in Atlanta for a couple more days than just the game. So it's also another opportunity to find ways to occupy their times and showcase what particularly DeKalb is about.
So I'm about to wrap up, but while we're on that subject, again, you can go to our website, sportsdekab.com or discoverdekab.com, and we have a countdown clock right now for the international soccer events. We're not allowed to use FIFA World Cup. And then we have activities on there. We're adding activities as we know more about it. So it's a great opportunity, again, to talk to us, partner with us, partner with other agencies in DeKalb, and just take full advantage of, Felipe said, the number of people that is going to be looking at us. And I have to say, even 6 months ago, we were looking at our Google Analytics, and already we're getting traffic looking at our website from some of the main areas of big football clubs in Europe and in Mexico and in Brazil already looking at our website. Our traffic internationally was not really there at all until this World Cup. And we have great activations that if you want to talk to us about, we don't really have the time to go over it here. We've got some first ever activation, thanks to Felipe, and he introduced me to a company called Cuevo in Brazil. We've got some, I'll go through really quick. We have Spanish and Portuguese activations in Instagram, Facebook with dedicated pages that also will link you to a LinkedIn, which I found out internationally, LinkedIn is used phenomenally more than what we use it here in America. And they communicate, they buy things, and everything's done through LinkedIn. That was really also thanks to WhatsApp. And that was really from conversations with Felipe that got me interested in this activation. So we ran in Latin American capital cities for 3 months, promoting Club Cup just as a trial to get people interested in DeKalb. We ran it for 3 months, Spanish, Portuguese, Instagram, Facebook, with links to WhatsApp in Spanish, Portuguese, which also leads to a landing page in Spanish and Portuguese. And we've just now developed our website that you can translate in different languages, getting ready for World Cup, but also the hope that we just can keep at least the name out there of us and Atlanta as we do other big things. So with that, you mentioned gift shops. So I've been texted to remind me that Discover DeKalb has its first ever gift shop that they've set up right outside. We also have a gift shop that you can order online. We have some very, very cool gifts that you can have for your visitors or your family. Taryn and the staff have spent a lot of time in designing really cool items. Many times it's not on my color scheme, so it's not bureau, but it's like very cool color schemes that you probably want to buy, want to have. We have unbelievable soccer scarves.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
So we have a committee. We just gave them soccer scarves to thank them. We have them available here, and cool little bears. If you saw our video, you see the bear was meeting Bucky and doing interviews and all. So please stop by and at least see our gift shop. Tell people about our gift shop. It is ways for us to find small amounts of additional revenue to do programming, but it's also a way we get our name, DeKalb County, out to people. And it's not our logo. It's, really cool designed items. So stop there, close. If you have any questions for us, Felipe and I will be here. Chef is here. Chef Simone is here. Craig Miller, I'm not sure how long you can stay. Craig Miller is here about our movies. So with all that, I am 1 minute, so I'll close it very quickly here. So we want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank Felipe for coming down from Clemson.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And also for a lot of his ideas. Last up, none of this would have been done, handled, set up so beautifully if Taryn and my entire team, so if my entire team can stand up. They are the greatest, hardest working tourism professionals out there. This and everything you saw in the video was them. I'm really here, I guess, to be the face and kind of do directions, but they do all the work. They are phenomenal what they do. So I just want to tell them all, thank you so much for what you all have done for us. And last up, thank you all for coming. Please see our gift shop. Please see our mobile podcast studio. And have a great day.